If in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, he was with God in the beginning, and all things were made by him and for him, and nothing was made that was made without him. And its truest definition of who and what the Mashiach would be is black in its purest essence, being that Mashiach, defined etymologically, would be Mesa, Mesu, crest, that blessed, chosen, holy, anointed oil. God rising. I am everywhere at once, because I am black. To be civilized means to be black. It is going to be hard to erase, confuse, dilute, or erase the color black. It is the very reasons, essence for anything, all things, and even nothing. Its description is the all in all. Peace to my gods. This is Chemistry Realignment. God rising. The chemical key to life and brain itself was found to be centered around black neuromelanin. Inner vision, intuition, creative genius, and spiritual illumination were all found to be dependent upon pineal gland blood, born chemical messengers that controlled skin color and opened the hidden doorway to the darkness of the collective unconscious mind. Black dot, black seed. Black dot is an ancient symbol for blackness. It is the black seed of all humanity, archetype of humanity, the hidden doorway to the collective unconsciousness, darkness, the shadow, primeval ocean, chaos, the womb, doorway of life. This ancient symbol for blackness was the subject of intense scientific investigation over a period of 300,000 years by profound ancient scientists who were themselves black in consciousness. A long line of highly intelligent scientists studied their own essence and discovered a hidden doorway to their souls and spirits. A doorway to advanced laws and rhythms that span the universe. They discovered universal laws rooted in the black seed, feeding every dimension of time and space. These original titans found that all life came from a black seed. All life was rooted in blackness, and all things possessed a memory of their collective ancestors. Blackness, the universal solvent of all, was seen as the only reality, or one reality, from which life's loom spun. All colors, all vibratory energies were but a shade of black. Black was the color of the night sky, primeval ocean, outer space, birthplace and womb of the planets, stars and galaxies of the universe. Black holes were found at the center of our own galaxy and countless other galaxies. Black was the color of carbon, the key atom found in all living matter. Carbon atoms link together to form black melanin, the first chemical that could capture light and reproduce itself. God rising. Go buy this Avatar, Anthony Browder. A historical and cultural analysis. Now, Dr. Supreme Understanding goes in depth, deep diving into a 200,000 plus year cultural and historical analysis using true fact and evidence to prove who, where, what, when we did it, or our ancestors, whom we are today. As Professor James Smalls would say, they deposited themselves into the future, whom we are today. Melanin has memory. We are who they were then. As Anthony Browder was saying in Browder Files, we forgot. We will remember, and we will forget again. Go buy the books, Anacalypsis by Godfrey Higgins as well, to get you a better cultural analysis of dealing with the color black as well, with Krishna and Black Buddha. And quickly, before we go into it, here's a video from the King's monologue as well as the Waffle House. God rising.
Night sky.
The ocean wasn't blue, it was a shade of green. The sky wasn't blue, it was light black. Blue finally emerges as its own color when the Egyptians invented a way to produce a blue dye. So unless you have a word to describe a color, it becomes really difficult for humans to perceive it. And there's proof of this, even today.
This ancient color interpretation still exists even up to very recent times amongst Nilotic populations of Africa. In a 2006 paper titled Color Categories and Category Acquisition in Himba and English, researcher Debbie Robertson conducted controlled studies amongst English and Himba populations. She observed,
in the case of navy blue, which lies perceptually between English blue and black, for English speakers, this is in the same category as focal blue. For Himba speakers, however, it is in the same category as black.
Understanding this differentiated perspective of color amongst these ancient Africans, the use of green and blue to represent the hair and skin of Egyptian deities should now become clear. These colors were simply derivatives being used purely as expressions of the broader black color group. Worldhistory.org states, blue, or Irtu, was the color of the heavens, the dominion of the gods, as well as the color of water. Blue was used for the hair of gods, specifically lapis lazuli, or the darkest of Egyptian blues, and for the face of the god Amun. Thus blue did not stand independent in the ancient world. It was a synonym of black. Blue and black were veritable iterations of the same expression of color. This is similar to how we may view magenta, mauve, and maroon all as iterations of red today. Interestingly, even as recently as the Middle Ages, dark-skinned black populations of Europe were referred to as blue men by the Norse. So, in short, the great black Ursar was indeed black to the Egyptians. But now we have a logical explanation as to why he, like other gods and pharaohs, though being classified as black, could be depicted as blue, black, or green on Egyptian reliefs.
Now, simply put, from my understanding, that's not a coincidence. That was done purposely to hide the color black. I did a video on the Wust Scepter, but I'm going to tell you the reason why that video was so important. It's because the Wust Scepter, as just mean it's the inky revealed. It's dealing with your heart. That's the dominion of God. That's the mind. And they control it. You're dealing with a deep, deep, dark people that practice the sacred sciences, that know who you are, that use you as the literal ink of history. Control the mind of the African and you can control the universe. Why? In the Metal Nature, Volume 1, Ra'un Nefa Amen teaches that we're dealing with a left hemispheric people, which means that they are very analytical, right? Separation leading to more separation. They're about breaking everything down to the minute detail. And that is what is going on with us and everything about us. Everything, as Professor J. Smalls also said. The Abrahamic religions are just fragments from the periphery of what we had. Mere minute particles compared to the vast ocean of knowledge that we had. We're dealing with a people that is trying to own, control every resource in the universe, especially the African, who's the human resource that the universe chose to define itself as. The three pillars represent us, separated as a people, from mind, body, and soul. Each scepter, each staff is a representation of who, you, what, where you are. Separation leads to more separation. Love is thicker than blood and water. Let's take action, people, against those who are trying to control God. God rising. This is Chemistry Realignment. We're on Sankofa's time.